Hello, I'm Tamisha Keel, Assistant Director at the University of Miami's School of Law Career Development Office. This morning we have the wonderful pleasure of interviewing one of our illustrious alumni, Don West Jr., a 2000 graduate of the University of Miami School of Law. Don?
Very happy to be here. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Well, tell us, you have such a wonderful background. Tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of where you're from originally, how you came to South Florida and the university.
I'm originally from Philadelphia. I was born in Philadelphia. When I was in second grade, my family moved to Huntsville, Alabama. From Huntsville, Alabama, I went into the Navy in an officer selection program. I was in San Diego for a year in that program, and then I got a ROTC scholarship that brought me to Tallahassee, Florida. While I was in Tallahassee, Florida, I was looking to go to law school from the time that I got into undergrad. And the University of Miami was one of the places that I thought that I would like to go because I had an interest in sports, and I wanted to stay in Florida because of the relationships that I had started to build in undergrad. And that's what got me to South Florida. And through the years, I haven't been able to get away from South Florida. It keeps pulling me back.
But wonderful. And so tell us a little bit, what made you decide to become an attorney?
I've always wanted to be an attorney since I was a little kid. It was my grandmother's idea. In retrospect, now I realize I thought it was something that I came up with. But since I was 6 years old, me and my grandmother had a running game that we played all the way through my graduation in 2000 about me being an attorney, and she always enforced being an honest and ethical attorney. And I also learned that has a lot to do with some of her family experience at the University of Miami.
Okay, and talk a little bit about that. What made you decide to choose the University of Miami as the law school for you?
You know, I looked at a lot of law schools. People ask me, I tell them I applied to 30 different law schools. And people said you're supposed to have a first tier set of choices and a second tier and a third tier. And then I realized if I was going to apply to this set of schools, I should apply to all of them. I sent applications out to a lot of people, and I got accepted to about 20 schools. And I chose the University of Miami because of its geographic location, because of the companies and sports franchises that were present in South Florida, and specifically, the final determining factor was I got offered a fellowship into the James Weldon Johnson program, which is a pre-law orientation program to help further a candidate's understanding of the law school process for people that didn't have any exposure to it. Like myself, when I was coming to law school, I didn't meet my first lawyer until after I graduated from college in terms of actually having an interaction. So that program, it was very invaluable in terms of understanding the law school classroom, how it differs from the undergrad classroom, the expectations, the lingo. Your first year of law school is about learning a new language, really, and that's the difficulty. And to have a head start for me, I thought that would be a great opportunity to begin my law career with an understanding of what my law career was about. And that's what made me decide to come here, because they offered me the James Weldon Johnson Fellowship.
Oh, that's wonderful. And just no doubt very, very interesting. And so can you give any advice for students who are looking towards coming to the University of Miami School of Law as potential students? Because it seems as if you had a lot of experience in research, but what were some of the qualities that you think maybe helped you stand out to make your application as successful as it was?
Well, I was a student athlete, and I was a psychology major in undergrad, and I was a student first, so I did very well in school. I had a very good GPA, but I also was very involved in other activities aside from being a student athlete and aside from just being a student. I was an ambassador for the athletic department of Florida State, so I went around the community speaking, and those are things and experiences that gave me perspective of what was going on in the community, and that played into my personal statement. My personal statement when I sent out my application for law school was about wanting to be able to be a service to the community that I came from and the greater community that I'm a part of, and incorporating all of those other experiences and life lessons, the military, the athletic.
Your career. Our business contacts and relationships are then utilized to further enhance your monetary gains and build a separate empire for you off the field and establish you as a sophisticated businessman. Our team has been a part of all of our clients' lives, and we are available and eager to do the same for you. Join the superstars who have chosen us in the past. Join the revolution.
Atlanta Falcons running back Warrick Dunn has partnered with RSM and gained the exposure his talents obviously demand. Further, we've positioned him to successfully enter the world of business or politics after his playing career is ended.
Say hi to Warrick, everybody. So, Warrick is an all-star on and off the field.
Giving back to the community is a cornerstone of Revolution Sports. To whom much is given, much is expected. Warrick Dunn is a great example of finding a passion within yourself that makes others feel they can also overcome the odds. Being a part of the Oprah Winfrey Show opened my eyes to the power and influence an athlete can have over the people we encounter every day.
I dream big, and my passion is to assist others realize their own dreams. I train counselors of families, individuals, and entities on the principles of generational legacy and wealth transfer as the Associate Director of Education at the Legacy Institute. I am the founder and CEO of the Legacy Center, formerly Revolution Sports Management, and I was the world's first ever certified Personne de Confiance, or PSD, which translates to a trusted and reliable person, or in layman's nomenclature, a business agent. I specialize in legacy and estate planning and have written numerous articles and given speeches and presentations on sports, productivity, publishing, and self-development. I recently organized Knock Out the Stigma Inc., KOTS, a peer-led mental health awareness organization with the primary purpose of eradicating the stigmas surrounding mental health and seeking therapy and assistance. KOTS seeks to engage, educate, connect, and empower. In my mission as a mental health advocate, I focus on well-being and self-empowerment and regularly write articles and give speeches and presentations on well-being and lived mental health experience. I have been asked to keynote events and gatherings around the globe. I utilize a planning philosophy of teaching healthy and sustained multi-generational family prosperity, focused on increasing generativity, guiding the next generation, and building strong families of affinity. I am the creator of the Legacy Pyramid and teach that every life is a legacy. If your life or business can use a powerful infusion of positive energy, strategic planning, and enthusiastic creativity, then you should associate with me, Don West Jr.